Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have Iga Swiatek versus Raducanu for round 2 at Roland Garros to get into, to preview and of course give you guys our prediction on this match. Before we do get into it though, remember to hit that like button, do subscribe if you're new, and do leave a rating review if you're listening on a podcast platform. Also shout out to our members as well, of course. Okay, the head-to-head between these two players is 4-0 in favour of Iga Swiatek. So she hasn't lost to Raducanu yet. Only a year apart. Actually, less than a year apart. Excuse me. More than a year apart. More than a year apart. Swiatek is 23 years of age. Raducanu 22. Swiatek with 5 Grand Slams to her name and just the one for Raducanu so far in her career. The head-to-head doesn't make pretty reading because Raducanu hasn't taken a single set off Iga in any of their matches. 2 of them have been on clay, although in saying that, they are on clay indoors, which I think suits Emma better than an outdoor hard court. Iga did beat Raducanu this year at the Australian Open 6-1, 6-love, so like complete annihilation. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens on clay, because she is the queen of clay. She hasn't been playing her best tennis this year. I think it's fair to say she hasn't won a tournament yet. I'm sure that will change at some point this year. But you can just tell that she's not quite playing the level that she expects of herself. And I think the level that we expect of her as well. Roland Garros could be the perfect time for her to start finding her feet, her form, and then potentially winning the tournament. She has great memories here. She's won multiple titles here. She's a reigning champion. The clay court swing hasn't been as kind to her as she would have hoped so far, but Roland Garros is now, this is where all the roads led to. For Raducanu, she's definitely been playing better on clay, moving better out of the corners. She's done some great work with her conditioning coach, who, if I'm not mistaken, used to work with the likes of Sharapova. And she clearly has improved her stamina and endurance. Just her general athleticism has definitely increased. And that is only a positive thing, I think, from her point of view and from an outsider looking in. She's been winning a lot more 3-set matches, for example. She's not been having as many physical problems. I know she was suffering with sickness in her first round, but she managed to battle out of it and win in 3 sets. For Swiatek, she beat Shamkova in straight sets. But in the second set, she was actually down a break in that set. Shamkova, I think, possibly didn't quite play as well as she should have when she was leading in that second set. A breakup. I think she was 3-1 up, if I'm not mistaken. And Iga took over. She's the type of player that will grab opportunities when they present themselves. And Shamkova gave her an opportunity to get back into that set. And Swiatek obliged. Look, historically speaking, Swiatek has been able to out-hit Raducanu from the back of the court. She has been able to make the matches really physical, grind Raducanu down, get shorter balls, get Raducanu on the defensive, so that she's then able to move forward and either take balls inside the baseline and be aggressive and hit winners, or force errors, take it out of the air on the dry volleys, or just generally being an absolute beast from the baseline, which we know she can be. Because she's not playing her best, Raducanu will have more of an opportunity in the points to dictate, I think. Especially in the backhand corner. I think she's made some substantial gains in that backhand corner, especially defending on that ad side. Swiatek still has the better backhand, no doubt. But on the forehand wing is where Raducanu might have some success. She's been finding some good angles, hitting it really sweetly throughout this clay court swing. Didn't look great in the first round, if I'm being honest, so she'll need to pick up her level, no doubt, if she wants to have any chance in this match. But the forehand to forehand exchanges where she could have some success. Iga's forehand at times, even on clay, can look a little bit clunky if she's being rushed or being dragged into uncomfortable positions. We know that Iga's service is set towards getting broken, but it's the same for Raducanu. And on clay, I'm sure we will see some trades of breaks. On return, in my opinion, Iga is the best returner on clay on tour. Arguably the best returner on tour, although Raducanu I'm pretty sure does have the best breakpoint converted percentage on tour, which, yeah, is very impressive. But I would still say Swiatek is a smidge above when it comes to return quality. But if Raducanu can have a really big day on serve and return, then she puts herself in a really good position, no doubt. However, given the head-to-head, given that Raducanu struggled in her first match, even given it's Roland Garros, given it's clay, I think it would be almost crazy to back against Iga. I think Iga will win in 2 close sets. I don't see Raducanu taking a set, and it will be 5 losses and no sets won, if I'm correct. I'd love to see Emma prove me wrong and get the win. It will be a massive win. I would say probably the biggest win of her career, and I'm including her US Open final win in there, because in terms of caliber of players she's beaten, I don't think she's beaten a Swiatek. Well, she definitely hasn't been a Swiatek. She hasn't beaten a Sabalenka. She hasn't beaten Raducanu. She hasn't beaten a Coco Gauff. So if she were to beat one of those players, then I'm really sitting up and taking notice and thinking, wow, okay, right. She can definitely do something big here. She's got some good wins over players like Pegula, for example, but none over those players that I think, in my opinion anyway, that if she were to beat, I'd really stand up, take notice, think, I think she can win this tournament after a win like that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think and why. Who do you think is going to win this match? And what are your thoughts on how it will play out? Thanks very much, guys. Stay safe and well. We'll see you on the next video.